I'm not one to skimp on my responsibilities. Let's check on Leliana at Skyhold, as the mission objective instructs. We had just, during the end of the last session, finished our little chantry mission. Little bloodletting for medicinal purposes in the chantry. Alright, this way. Let's see how Leliana's feeling about it all.
Grand Cleric Victoire is scrambling after the loss of her ancient.
Good. Her support base is in Morale. Tear it down. Grand Cleric Victoire
Don't mean to
wishes to make an
interrupt.
enemy of the Inquisition. I'll give her what she wants. Doesn't Victoire have a young cousin? Lord Firmin? She dotes on him.
Yes, mistress. I believe that is so.
Good. Have him collected. He shall be an honored guest, and make sure the
Rough
Grand
him
Cleric
up a
hears about
little.
it.
At your command.
Just a little, though. Don't go too crazy. Alright. How's it going?
Is everything under control?
Perfect. The Grand Cleric and others like her will fall in line soon enough. You see, when I'm ruthless, it gets us where we need to be. It's something to be proud of. Why fix it? How funny that her regret is what finally puts my own to rest. I chose to become her left hand, knowing what it
So
meant.
sorry.
It was my
Headset
weakness
issues.
that stopped me from fully committing to my task.
Let's try this. Alright. It was weakness that stopped me from fully committing my task. Nope, that's not right, Leliana.
You have a good heart. It's not a weakness.
You are too kind, Inquisitor. Call it what it is. The Inquisition needs me just as the Divine did, to do what no one else dares. Death and deception are my trade. It is what I am. It is what I always will be.
Oh no, I'm giving out rough them up instructions into the real world. I'm so sorry. Good morning, all. So nice to see you. Hanging there like bats from the roof of the chat. I'll have to turn myself upside down. There you are. Hey. Alright, let's check in with her one more time.
So Varric knew where the champion was all along. That's the last time we sent Cassandra to interrogate.
Still got that
Only
option.
your work.
Saving it. Saving it for a rainy day. Alright, so that resolves the quest there.
Here is the request the leader of the tradesmen made. Yes, I'll see to it.
Alright. Doesn't involve me, I suppose. I'll move along. So I think at this point everyone is talked to. We just need to go out and finish some more missions out in the real world. The biggest priority of which at the moment is Varric's. Let's see here. Well, shit. I mean, excuse me. Let's try that. I'm gonna need Varric, so let's see if he's up to speed here. There we are. Just see if he has anything new to wear. Seemingly not. I still need to drop by. Let me make that the first priority. I need to drop all those formal attires and or Legion ball masks into our Undercroft storage. Let's do that before I forget and take them on a long journey across Thedas. My thighs sweating from the extra weight. It's going to be terrible. I was like, don't rough them up too much. And she said, good call. I'll rough them gently. I'm wildly impressed. Okay, so my inventory... Or Legion Mask, or Legion Hennin Mask of Chalon. I could probably have sold that one, but we'll deposit. And Mask of the Grand Duchess, I believe as well. Alright. Go back to storage. Give me this. Now leave. Alright. $71. I don't think I'm going to end up needing that. I should check if Cole needs these daggers, though. I know he already has something fancy. Okay. That should be fine. Let's go ahead and pick our party and head out here. Apparently another something in the chest. Okay. Superb set of schematics. I should probably check those out sooner rather than later, before the big finale. But we have some road to travel yet before the big finale. Alright, I think I can go from anywhere. I'm not sure why I'm searching for an exit here. So Valimar is in the hinterlands. Alright. I'll trust you. Just at the top of this river. Let's go here. And Varric is a must-have. Let's make Dorian the mage. And then we just need a warrior. It looks like it's going to be either Cassandra or Iron Bull. I'm going Iron Bull. Should check his weapon while he's in my party once we get there. At this point in the game, we're basically just cleaning up the companion quests, and then I want to hit like anything either important to the ongoing plot or that's just very, very fun in terms of side quests, but we don't necessarily need to be a completionist here. I have in the past been a completionist on this game, and now we're just catching back up before the inevitable Dragon Age 4, really. So we'll have to decide when the right time is to pull the trigger and actually complete the main quest. And then I guess we have a little bit of Trespasser DLC to get through as well, which will be great. I am looking forward to it. Alright, let me just check weapons. Right now you have a 153. Can I improve on this? A 192. Let's try that. I might actually want this one, depending. 96, I've got a 79, yeah. Alright. A shame to lose my giant red crystal skull, but lovely. I'll take that. And then Dorian, do you want an upgrade? 65, let's take him to 79. Alright, and then Varric has Bianca, so I really need to upgrade Bianca, but I will not part him from it. Headed to the source of this water, seemingly. Let's try this way. Oh, real traffic jam of bighorns here. There Still bandits in the hinterlands. Have you not learned your lesson by now? I begin to question your intelligence. That being the case. Varric, I found this silver ring. Will you do me the great honor of joining me for porridge? Pretty sure that's the traditional ask. Alright, I may as well be a little bit greedy with the Blood Lotus. Sorry everyone. I'm being greedy with the Blood Lotus again. I just need 3 more there. To finally get our garden upgrade. That and a little elf root should do it. Alright, perfect. Now back to the quest. Give it a save out here before our cheeks get cut with arrows. I'll let you decide, top or bottom cheeks. I guess it's really up to the archer, but... Valamar Gate. Guarded by a nug? Oh, not anymore, darn it.
Mercenaries?
One of my stray bolts.
Lyrium smuggling would be
I'm sorry, my nug friend. I will make good use of your skin to honor you. Though that helps you little. Alright, headed in. Find a key to Valamar, okay? Well, this ought to be interesting. I think this is our first time officially venturing into the dwarven areas, the underground. So sorry. Checking my phone here. I had a last minute, or early morning rather, vocal request come in, so I'm making sure everything is good. And everything is good.
Nobody said you had to hang out in the creepy cave while you waited.
Well, I did wait. So
Hey, Bianca.
let's make this quick. These idiots are carrying the Red Lyrium out in unprotected containers. We don't want to stick around long enough for it to start talking to us.
Oh, I trust you implicitly. Let's go.
We'd better get to work.
Sounds good to me.
Alright, there's the hinterlands. Bianca is in our party. Fantastic. This is going to be a real pleasure.
Must be
The
an
chasm.
old dwarven outpost.
What was it for?
Trade, maybe?
Yicky.
Your guess is as good as mine.
Ah, strong dwarven stances all around. That's what I've missed in my life. Okay. That's a sound. That's a sound of horrifyment, I believe it's called. be zooming along too far ahead here. Still have to check this lower level for goodies. For delicious Drake Stone. Alright. Still not come across the locked door in question. There's a way down. Is there a way back up? I guess is the question. Yes, good. There's the ladder. Okay. Should be fine. And that's it. 47 gold for all of that. Okay. That's how they get you. Good morning and welcome. So nice to see you there. Huh. I don't know why I was kind of expecting that to meet up somehow, but apparently it's just there for aesthetics. Just there to hint that once there was a connection to other areas, but no longer. Unless you find Mary Poppins' legendary umbrella deep in the caves. I suppose we should do this back passage, the service of entering it. Oh, that was not the way to say that. Reverse card. Alright, maybe this is the locked door? Cool. Now we know what we're looking for. It's at least a locked door. Now we can go up. I'll just avoid all those subjects I stepped in earlier. There we go. Alright. Hey! Are you allowed to be here? Isn't it past your bedtime, young man? I don't know what that take prompt was.
So this is what you do now?
Beg pardon?
Skulking around in caves, shooting
cozy.
guys? Is this your day-to-day?
Full of cheese.
I usually
They
try
saw
to
me
avoid
coming.
the caves.
Fix my headset here. It keeps getting knocked. Ahem. Carta note on security. We should be secure enough from outsiders. I'm more concerned about attracting darkspawn from the lower levels. We don't have the manpower to push them further in. Keep the product on the upper levels and barricade the bridge. Good old Carta smuggling ring. Iron Bull, would you mind? I enjoyed watching that, thank you. Alright. Finally have a use for all of our vast stores of pitch. Good. Varric's just slaving away, making pitch day in, day out. We'll just sneak in here with Varric. Thank you, Varric. Defaced Carta notice. Much of Valimar remains closed to us. Anyone interested in changing that should meet here tomorrow, 1 hour past noon. T. A series of notes has been scrawled below this notice. Stop wasting time on that damn door. I don't care what's behind it. The mechanism's broken. More importantly, who cares? We have product to move, and you want to see if some ancient dwarf locked up the good tea set? Come on, we're short-handed as it is. If I hear you've taken another group to the lower levels in search of gears, I'll make you sorry. Oh, it's so much worse to be told, I'll make you sorry, than it is to be told, you'll be sorry. An angry note. First Liska, now Brenor, caught him trying to steal some of the product. Just a little bit, just to keep, he says. Nug shit, trying to make a little extra on the side, thinking I wouldn't notice. I will not be undermined. I haven't spent all this time as an overminer just to be undermined now. Your cousin said we could trust Brenor, so you handle it. If I'm not happy, you won't be happy either. This is one of those situations. I love that even, I guess it's not really abandoned. This is an active dwarf home. I was going to say there's a lot of cheese for it being an old dwarven ruin, but that was wrong of me. There isn't a lot of cheese. It just looks weirdly, suspicious over here. I'm not sure why. Seemingly nothing hidden beneath them. Alright, so it seems that we're trying to go to the lower levels to find gears to repair the door. I'm grateful to know this.
Dark spot.
We may be too close to the surface for these to count as deep roads. But have I mentioned I hate the deep roads?
Alright, so this must be the bridge they mentioned in the note, where they've been holding off the darkspawn. We can go down. Let's check up here first. More opportunities to go down later, so... Yeah, might not even have to go down there. Let's see.
You had me worried, you know.
What did I do now?
That letter you sent me about the Red Lyrium was the first I'd heard from you since the Chantry explosion.
Had it been that long?
Seriously, if you died in that mess, I'd have come back to Kirkwall and dug you up just to kick your ass.
What would you do if I'd been cremated?
Kick your ashes, of course.
Classic. There's a few characters so instantly likable as Bianca. It's such a pleasure to finally see the namesake of Varric's long-held crossbow. A dwarven gear, aha! One of two. Give me just 1 second here, I'll be right back. Alright, so sorry. So we're looking for one more gear. Maybe there's another warehouse of sorts on the lower level. I couldn't tell if I saw a door down there. I definitely did see a large gentleman. Hello, large gentleman.
Tunnel before more darkspawn join us.
Well, that's a very good question in the chat. How are you guys this morning? Very kindly asked. I am well. Hanging in there, at the very least. Happy to be adventuring with you all. Alright, let's close this up.
Let's hope that holds the darkspawn back.
And peek across here.
How is what's his name?
Bogdan? He's in Navarra right now, selling my machine to wealthy landowners.
Oh, sorry to interrupt.
I built these doors. They probably shut this one from the other side when they heard the ruckus we were making. Ta-da!
You've been here often enough to renovate the cave?
I've made a few trips down the deep roads in the past. I don't know if Varric's told you, but the Merchants Guild is cutthroat. Literally. I built the doors to keep rivals from following me down here and arranging accidents.
I guess it's a good thing you came along then.
I get that a lot. After you?
I don't doubt it. Alright. Oh, apparently I cannot fade step through thick dwarven tables. Lesson learned.
You know, this is almost fun. Kinda like old times.
I don't recall us ever shooting people together.
Remember crashing Bartran's guild dinner? We might as well have shot him.
This isn't nearly as dangerous as pissing off my brother.
I got experience for reading that book. And a codex entry. Okay, there we go. I don't know what I experienced, but it was enriching. Healthy wizard. He's been after those mushrooms from Sekiro, for sure. Oh, here they are now.
How long are you gonna be in Orlais, do you think?
As long as this weird shit is going on, at least. Maybe longer. Why?
You'll have to stop by before Bogdan gets back. You should see my new workshop.
I'll see what I can do. You know your family will kill me if I stop by, right?
I hate to be racist, but Varric, can you fit through here?
And they always send assassins.
Okay, just checking. Gotta loot all the dwarven buckets. It's very important. Pots. I'm being informed. This is where they keep all that good dwarven pot. Varric, did you know about this? I wouldn't be quite so thorough with it if not for the fact that we found one of the dwarven gears in said pot. Deep Roads key. There we are.
There you are. You won't be able to use this entrance again.
Bianca.
I'll let him handle it.
You want to say something, Varric?
Andraste's ass, Bianca. You're the leak?
When I got the location, I went and had a look for myself. And I found the Red Lyrium, and I studied it.
Tasted
You
a
know
little.
what it does to people.
I was doing you a favor. You want to know how this stuff works just as much as I do. I just wanted to figure it out.
Did you figure it out?
Actually, yes. I found out that Red Lyrium, it has the Blight, Varric. Do you know what that means?
What? The two deadly things combined to form something super awful?
Lyrium is alive, or something like it. Blight doesn't infect minerals, only animals. I couldn't get any further on my own, so I looked for a Grey Warden mage. Blight and magical expertise in one, right? And I found this guy, Larius. He seemed really interested in helping my research. So I gave him a key.
Larius? He was the Grey Warden we met in Corypheus's... Oh, shit. I knew something seemed off.
I didn't realize until you said you found Red Lyrium at Haven. I came here and, well, then I went to you.
Yeah, we appreciate that. I'm guessing that would be about Larius or someone? Let me ask.
That name means something to you, Varric?
He was at the Grey Warden prison where we found Corypheus. And he definitely wasn't a mage before.
So that must be a character from Dragon Age 2, I'm assuming. I don't remember them specifically.
You couldn't have known what would happen.
Mafarath's balls, she couldn't. I told her exactly how bad this shit was. I told her to keep away from it.
I know I screwed up, but we did fix it. It's as right as I can make it.
This isn't one of your machines. You can't just replace a part and make everything right.
No, but I can try, can't I? Or am I supposed to wallow in my mistakes forever, kicking myself, telling stories of what I should have done?
Ha! As if I would tell stories about my own mistakes.
Oh, I don't need to play referee here. I'll try to make it humorous. I don't mean to be too forward, but I'll try to make it humorous.
Oh, for pity's sake, would you two just get a room?
Sorry, Inquisitor. We've done all we can.
Is that
here.
Bianca that responded
Bianca,
to us?
we better get home before someone...
Where'd you go, Varric?
Varric.
Don't worry about it.
Get him killed, and I'll feed you your own eyeballs, Inquisitor.
I appreciate that. And I accept the bargain. I'll uphold my end. Varric will not be killed. Speak with Varric. Okay. Varric, buddy, do you wanna speak to me? Maybe we have to go to the door here. And then he'll speak with me. I can't tell if this is the right way, though. Yep, this is the right way. personal note scrawled in a ledger. It's good, though red. The Templars severing ties to the Chantry, we should find buyers easily enough. It has to be the right buyer, though. We don't want anyone who'll get ideas. We need to control distribution. If travel across Lake Kalanhad is secured, we're made. Most of the veins that have been near the surface, or most of the veins have been near the surface, there's enough of it, but if we find a deeper vein, a source, the take could be huge. Once we have a firm grip on the current operation, we can look into expansion. There's another dwarven gear. That should be 2. Alright, we can open the vault now. So I really don't know if they're just making us go all the way back to Skyhold before we can talk to Varric. Like maybe that was all we needed to resolve Bianca's questline. It seems unfinished, though. Darktown's deal. Ask the nobles of Orzammar how their kingdom gets silks and grain and wine from the surface, and they'll tell you trade with the surface occurs. It occurs, as if on its own, with no traders or merchants or human farmers involved, a little miracle of dwarven ingenuity. The reality is a lot messier than their fantasy. Orzammar relies upon the surface not just for its prosperity, but for its survival. Ages of blights have taken thousands of taigs away from the dwarves. Pardon me. These were the places where most of the food was raised. The dwarven kingdom that endured alone, independent beneath the stone from time immemorial, perished in the first blight, faded into myth. Now the remaining dwarves underground cling to existence through a lifeline to the surface, a chain forged from the casteless. Every dwarf who goes to the surface is stripped of caste, effectively exiled and removed from dwarven society forever. But Orzammar relies on continued relations with these exiles to live. This has created a shadowy area of dwarven trade and politics, where the rich, powerful, and elite maintain secret ties to people who, by official decree, no longer exist. And everyone knows what kind of things lurk in the shadows. Taika Waititi taught us all about that. The Carta lives in the underbelly of the surface trade like a tapeworm. Many surface dwarves maintain ties, not officially recognized, of course, but respectable, to their former houses in the noble or merchant castes. And those contacts are their means of trading with Orzammar. Those who have no ties because they were cast off by their families or never had good connections make the trip back underground to trade with Orzammar personally, where they find themselves treated like criminals. A casteless in Orzammar, even a wealthy one from the surface, will be driven away from most merchants, treated like he's carrying a plague at best. So these surface merchants turn to the Carta for help. The Carta act as a contact in Orzammar for surface businesses and sells their goods on the black market. For a cut, of course, the Carta always gets its cut. The outraged citizens of Orzammar sometimes petition the Assembly to deal with the rampant crime surrounding the black market, and showy displays are made of kicking in the doors of Carta hideouts and razing Dust Town. But the Carta always comes back, because the Assembly always allows it. Too much of Orzammar is dependent on the black market trade, and the nobles know it. They all do business with the Carta. Everyone has a stake in its success. The Carta has 1,000 faces above and below the surface, honest merchants and noble caste lords and upstanding members of the Merchants' Guild, all a cover for the thousands more smugglers, thieves, and murderers in the shadows. Thank you, Taika. The lifeline of Orzammar. Praise the ancestors. That's very, very interesting. I always loved the dwarven lore. So is this the other side of the door? Like, did we make it around? Maybe not. Okay. This looks nice. Stay back, you heavily armored fiend. All right. Everyone has some tasteful fabrics on hand. Mosaic piece, lovely. Bianca arms 3. Alright, so then does this door lead back out to where we came from? Yes, it does. Alright. So that must be all. I have a much larger dwarven ruin in mind, but it must be like the Deep Roads quest. There's that disaster in the Deep Roads we still have to do. That I think I'm getting confused. I was expecting a much longer journey through the underground here. But this was great, just exactly long enough for a little adventure. Let's go back to Skyhold, if indeed we're done here, and speak to Varric. Just to make sure, I think it was just that vault quest that was active, but I don't want to be right here and miss something silly. I don't think any of those have anything to do with it, and then we'll just check in here. Yeah, should be fine. Alright. So can I just quit out from here? There's definitely no way to get across there. And we've explored the other levels, alright. Let's try this. Ah, looks like I can't get to the world map. That's fine. We'll look for the exit directly. I'm really hoping this resolves Varric's sad card and gives him a happy one again. But I'm not entirely sure if these are related items. I think it is tremendously cool, by the way, totally out of nowhere. Weird segue. I think it's tremendously cool that you have an interview at Louis Vuitton. That is awesome, and I am proud. Our little community grows in power every day. We just need to balance it out with a political operative and a soldier, and then someone who's really good at spycraft. Nothing saying you can't be all of those things. Oh, hello, Nug. Are you the same Nug that I killed earlier in a past reality that now does not exist because you're alive again, even though I do still possess your skin? Is that what's happening? I'll assume so. Alright, headed to talk to Varric here. One of my favorite pastimes. I always like the little spot where Varric is, too. Like, everyone has their own room, but Varric just hangs out in the Great Hall, right next to the fireplace, because that's where he can hear all the best stories. And that always makes me happy. Does he sleep? It's not important. He's Varric. Too many novels to write. No time for sleep. Hello and welcome. No problem hopping on here late. We still have a little bit of time. Hardly late at all. That being said, goodbye. Alright, headed right for the fireplace. No! Alright, how did it go? How you feeling, buddy? No, stay right there. That's the angle I like you at. Oh, don't stand.
The second she showed up here, I knew. I let this mess happen. I gave her the tig.
No more comments. No more.
I don't think anyone is equipped any better than you are.
No, the point is, I don't deal with things. If Cassandra hadn't dragged me here, I'd be in Kirkwall right now, pretending none of this was happening.
I don't know if I fully believe that, since you were so quick to involve yourself in the events of Dragon Age 2, showing that you have a good and decent heart that will not leave compassionate people to their doom through inaction.
You know that's not true. You've worked as hard as any of us to stop Corypheus.
Is that true? I don't even know anymore. Thank you for your help back there.
After all this, do you think you'll see Bianca again?
I always do.
That makes me happy to hear. Alright, let's check real quick here. I don't actually want to go anywhere, but let's check. Travel to this location. Yes, there we go. So now he is no longer weeping in a cloud of red souls. He has his feet up, happily playing a round of cards. That makes me feel so much better. Alright. So, let's check in at the war table while we're here. I forgot to do that immediately. That was probably foolish. I think we have everybody available again. And there was, like, 2 specific ones we needed Liliana for, right? I can't remember if it was Liliana or Josephine. I want to go right for maybe Cole's Amulet quest, because I know that'll lead to his new tarot card for sure. Ah, we got an Inquisition perk. Alright. I'm still trying to get this Deft Hands. Allows all rogues to open masterwork locks, and it seems like we can finally get it. Great. Alright. So now we will have no more locks that we cannot get past. I think there's one we could test out in Redcliffe Village, even. That keeps bothering me. Alright, we sent Liliana to discover the name of Corypheus. Our agent, a mage named Sidony, returned from Minrathous, successful in her task. She posed as a Magister's assistant, bluffing her way into the Magisterium's library to ostensibly perform research, and managed to acquire not only the Liberalum, but also a number of other mystical tomes, all without leaving any evidence that traces back to the Inquisition. Sidony, you absolute champion. It may take some time for Dorian to go through the Liberalum, but he is optimistic that something within will prove of use. Liliana. Thank you for your service. House Amladris. Alright, don't get distracted. Alliances from the heart. Lord de Rossier was all too glad to receive various concessions to abandon the current squabble in favor of more honorable pursuits. I believe they involve acquiring various trophy animals in bloody fashion. That allows a less politically desirable but more personally desired pairing to occur. The wedding of Justine Leandre and Celeste Tybalt will bond their families in alliance. To the chagrin of Lady Richelieu, I suspect. Matchmakers only truly benefit when the names are sufficiently grand, you see. The ceremony will take place in the capital. I'm sure it will be lovely. So we guided through those many, many quests. We guided our way through to a manageable political situation and the best outcome for the two lovers involved. Hooray. Alright, we sent Cullen out for a fine victory. May our enemies feel its sting. So, I am rushing over to Cole's amulet, and there was some way we wanted to do this. Or maybe it was a different one. I thought there was one that was like very specifically I wanted to do Leliana's instead. Death of good Sir Ruth, maybe? Ah, yeah, we needed Josephine for this one. We wanted to make it an invitation for Sir Ruth, rather than a demand that she go die. We're leaving it up to her, a little bit.
Inquisitor.
So Josephine was what we needed for that one. And let's do Leliana on the amulet for Cole. The big jewelry heist sounds fantastic.
Let's see what we have.
Alright, so we still have Cullen, who would be able to go out. I'm still not sure if I want to send these guys with Cullen. There's no real best choice in my mind at the moment. So I'm just gonna get it out of the way.
All right.
I'm trying to do Cole-related things here. Alright, so they are all set. I think I have that one more free roam area, open world area to unlock, whatever that one's called. We finally do have the 40 power points necessary for this, what Pride had wrought, our next official main quest mission. So I want to save the power for now, until we're ready to jump into that. So we should have time for just a little more, another conversation or a quick quest. Let's see what else we have available. And everyone at the war table should be back by tomorrow morning for us to pick something else. Alright, so I'm jumping to companion quests. I guess we really just need to explore more of the open world for most of these. Where are they all in Emerald Graves? Kind of sounds like it. So let's see here. I'm going to make Varric's quest active, and let's see where there are some more instances of it. Storm Coast, Hinterlands, Emerald Graves. That may be all. Where are there still some in the Hinterlands? Let's try to get this one taken care of. Actually, I'm going to fast travel here because there are these 2 locked doors that we should now be able to open with Varric, who is all restored to his former glory. I'm going to take Cassandra this time. She needs to stretch her legs. This will be great. So we'll try out our new lock-picking set, and then we'll go for that that last bit of Red Lyrium, or that last bit of Lead Lyrium, whatever you prefer. Thank you again for your time and patience here. Your stunning, glorious companionship. I am grateful. Sitting here as I am, deathly alone in a small closet, I'm very grateful. Just barely in the background of my life, you can hear the... But just barely. It's muffled heavily by the stairs.
There must be something here.
The Inquisitor ended the war between the Mages and Templars.
All right, Varric.
Why must you keep talking about it?
My tasty slice of summer sausage. Would you mind getting the door?
You will keep yourself.
So now we can get involved in some proper looting. Appears they're playing a little Settlers of Rattan here. Definitely not copyrighted. Oh, that's a lovely view out the window. I don't know if I've ever seen a window behind a water wheel like that before. As long as it's not constantly moistening the kitchen, I'm all for it. One more locked door up this way. Just let Varric
Could be better.
heave-ho his way through town.
And how much did you need?
Please, son, say nothing. Let the dreams just be dreams. I would love
Lyrium, the king of metals. Beneath our feet it sings. When properly refined, it is a smooth, slightly iridescent, silvery liquid. In the hands of the dwarven smith caste, it is mixed with steel to produce indestructible armor and blades that hold an edge for centuries. In the hands of the shaperit, it becomes a repository for living memories. Some scholars maintain this as evidence that lyrium is itself alive. It finds its most lucrative application, I'm assuming, in the hands of the Formari, who use it in conjunction with baser metals like gold, silverite, viridium, or even iron to produce enchantments. Although mages, of course, consume it in a diluted form to bolster their abilities, this is not recommended. Overindulgence in lyrium can have disastrous consequences, particularly in more concentrated amounts. It is not advisable, for instance, that any reader handle raw lyrium, which in many cases can kill on contact. Thank you for those 10 obsidian that I'm sure will become important. Alright, so there's our new upgrade, our new lockpicks in action. Let's head back out this way. We'll see if we can walk it from here.
May it be with you.
Though I will switch back to my slightly longer stems. Not that it really makes a difference in the overall walking speed. And I'm assuming I'm just going to the very next left I can find here, basically. Is that another one? I'm seeing 2 icons on the mini-map. I thought I had... Yeah, there is absolutely another one here. Okay. I don't know how I glazed right over that one. Also seems like it's going to be a long walk out here. Let's shortcut it. Oh, I'm forgetting. This might be the area of the hinterlands. The reason we haven't gotten this one yet is that I think the dragon is back here. Let's save it, just in case. That explains why I've been procrastinating on this one. See if we can get Varric back there to pick it up, or destroy it, I mean, before the dragon comes into play. But at this point, we can probably take out the dragon as well. Lovely beast that it is. Ooh, that was close. Alright. Let's see how this goes. That was not the right button to press, but I'm alive. Alright, I'm gonna need to get him to land here. Much like I just did. Roughly. What causes you to land? Tell me now. That sounded like a landing out there. Alright, let's see if we can destroy this real quick then. Before we go dragon hunting. Do you mind? That's my tender cheek meat you're nipping at. And I'll need that for later. Alright, destroy. Varric approves. Now let me race in here, see if that dragon is still land-based. And it is. Hey buddy. I like your den. I like your, blood glyphs here. Alright, so it's a fire dragon. My lightning should be doing something to it, but my basic attack is just fire bolts at the moment. So that's a shame. Let's see if I have one of these. Classic rift power. I can kind of damage it. Very slowly, rather. Let's all stand huddled together. No, bad idea. Get away from me. Disperse, you fools! He's over there! I don't think I can even get up there. Alright. And the pattern of his scales are so amazing. Love the design of the dragons in this. Every bit as much love and passion went into it as the costumes for the main party. Almost down to half. Cassandra looks rather impressive, on fire. Actively on fire. Oh, that does burn. Just in case that tail swing was more devastating. Get back down here, you. I only have 4 minutes. Yes? I guess that call did spawn in some smaller guys. Interesting. Must have reached another phase of things. Varric sure could use a potion. Everybody could use a potion. We'll try to sneak him along with revives for now. Welcome back, my friend. A stunning voice you have for the theater. Dorian. Rise, my precious. That's rough. Ah, darn. All right. Extra reinforcements at the worst possible time. Well, that went well. So yeah, maybe not quite ready for the dragon yet. We sure can damage him, but to make it a little faster would go a long way. Well, that's fine. Alright, we saved it back here before we got the Red Lyrium. Let's just race back out. I think I have 1 more minute to try to put him in that position again. And then we'll do things differently. We'll do an alternate reality path. I love how they make you think you're going to have to fight the dragon in here where there isn't really any clear land. Speaking of which, clear. Alright, go to your little spot, man. We don't have all day. That again. I just need to not be in combat. Should be fine. Let's see if we can very quickly go grab that other one that's left in the hinterlands. And that'll be our last thing. So we'll come back around to the dragon. Thank you for bearing with me there. Very fun to actually take a stab at it. I seem to remember the first time I played through this, I was always like, oh, I can't wait to get at those dragons. I'm just going to get to like level 10, and then we'll be back for you. And it's like, you actually have to wait a little longer into the game. Dragons are not really meant to be instantly beaten, though I'm sure people do all the time. People who are smarter than me. But in my opinion, from my perspective, the dragons are more of a clean them up after you've done the main quest thing. From my flawed perspective. So, let's see. I'm not sure if it's going to be in this tower or just behind it. Let's check straight through. Seen some lyrium-looking things there. Yeah, I must have just walked right past this earlier. I know we've been in here before. Sorry about that, Varric. Maybe we didn't have Varric with us was the only problem. So I waited. Alright, so half of the Red Lyrium deposits have been destroyed. The remaining ones appear to be in Emerald Graves here and Storm Coast here, which is likely where our next session will take us. Looking forward to it. I'll go back to Skyhold for now, so that when we come back in for the next session, we'll be able to re-up our War Table missions. But don't let me forget, I want to come back to the Emerald Graves and Storm Coast to finish Varric's Red Lyrium. I cannot wait. Thank you very, very much for your patience and for adventuring with me this morning. I will see you again as soon as possible. Just get to a save point is all. Yes, there will also be promotions for all Nugs next session. Nugs will soon be known as Knights of the Peter. It's going to be great. Ruled over, of course, by our mount. The War Nug. The Great Nugicorn. Saving. Stopping my rambles. And if I could wave at you, this is where. Insert wave here. Goodbye for now. Thank you very, very much. Hoping you have a lovely Tuesday, and I'll see you soon.